She has an adjustable shower cap in satin.
Oh, so fabulous.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel once again. It's your girl Dumebi Leah. If this is your first time coming across my channel, you're welcome. I do hope you decide to subscribe, and if you are a returning subscriber, you guys know that I love you. It's so good to have you here. Welcome back. So today's video, we're going to be talking about black owned businesses. There was this particular video that was made by a Puerto Rican girl talking about black owned businesses. Let me play her video right now.
This honestly has nothing to do with the girl in the video. No hate to her at all whatsoever. But I did want to say this really quick. I am so tired of us promoting businesses simply because of the person's skin color that owns the business. Like, I hate what this has become, where it's like, now if you don't support a black-owned business, you're racist, you're anti-black, different things like that. But genuinely, I don't check the skin color of a business owner before I buy from them, because I don't honestly care what they look like. I care about what their product is and how good their product is. I'm Puerto Rican, and I'm not just going to eat from a Puerto Rican restaurant if their food is bad just because they're Puerto Rican. So I'm going to support them. Yay, representation, you know? If their food is trash, I'm not going to eat it. In the same way, like, I'm not going to buy from a business just because of someone's skin color if their products are bad. Now, again, this has nothing to do with the girl in the video. But, like, I don't know. I just hate what this has become. Like, it's just...
Well, you guys have heard what she had to say. I don't even know if I'd say that I'm surprised about the fact that it's coming from a Puerto Rican. Maybe I was expecting it to be a white person and to make that kind of comment. Well, anyways, that being said, the owner of the brand that the Puerto Rican girl was referring to actually replied, and I'm going to go right ahead and play her video now.
Girl stitched my video today, and I was really excited because usually it means that a customer is giving a mini review, which I love to see, but it was actually about how she is tired of seeing black creators utilize the fact that they have black owned businesses to get people to support them. So let's see what she had to say.
This honestly has nothing to do with the girl in the video. No hate to her at all whatsoever.
That's great, since I have done nothing wrong. And I also want to say that the video that she stitched was not only me asking for help for my For You page because TikTok was ignoring my small business yet again, but also me highlighting the fact that TikTok will purposely ignore black and brown owned businesses simply because of the racism on this app. If you're tired of seeing it, imagine how tired I am to have to work 10 times harder than my non-black counterparts to get the same recognition. I think it's odd that this video was literally me asking for help, and your first thought was, she's trying to call me a racist, and now I have to make a video explaining why I'm not a racist and how she's trying to manipulate us. I think it's weird. Just because you don't allow skin color to dictate whether or not you support another business does not mean that other people don't. Racism is incredibly prevalent in today's society. You said you're Puerto Rican, so I'm sure you've witnessed it at some point in time. There are thousands to millions of people that scroll past my videos every single day and don't want to support me simply because I am a black woman. It happens. Is it disgusting? Absolutely, but that's just the world that we live in right now. I think it's amazing that people use their cultures or their, ethnicities to support their business. So not only that people who want to support those kinds of businesses more have the opportunity to do so, but that you can show people within your community that there are successful businesses that come from your race and or ethnicity. I am very proud that my business is black owned, Haitian owned, and woman ran. And I will always scream that from the rooftops because I am proud of it. And there are people that go out of their way to support those businesses because they understand that minority businesses have been purposely neglected just so that non-minority businesses can flourish and rise and become millionaires and billionaires. I am so grateful to all of my supporters, and there are a range of races and ethnicities that support me, and those people understand that black people have been through so much in this country and around the world that they want to help whatever they can to help rebuild the black community. I'm grateful for my business. I'm grateful that it's black owned, and I'm grateful that I have amazing products and amazing customers that support me. But when I see videos like this, I feel the need to explain, not because I have to, but because there's somebody out there that is genuinely confused as to why. And that is why. Because representation matters.
Now that we've heard from the beautiful black business owner, I'm going to be playing some stitches and commentary made by other people about the situation.
It was actually about how she is tired of seeing black creators utilize the fact that they have black owned.
So let me just start by saying that I saw the original video. One being because the brand that was stitched is one of my favorite black owned brands. But I want to highlight this video and I want to share some insight with you guys. Where you should support a brand because they have amazing quality products. Let me tell you why a lot of people don't support brands as well too. There's been countless of times where people will intentionally not support Black owned brands, Asian owned brands, or culturally owned brands just because of their culture. Just like there's also the fact that there's a lot of patients in hospitals that don't want to be serviced by Black doctors simply because they are Black. So while I understand you should support a brand because of their quality products, let's not act like it's not real in today's society where a lot of Black owned brands don't get the opportunities they deserve, the support they deserve, simply because they are Black owned.
I just hate what this has become. Like, it's just...
I also run a business. My business is pretty similar to Lolo's. I sell bonnets and it's a Black woman-owned business. I also know other Black people who own Black businesses, and we are not calling y'all racist or anti-Black if you do not want to shop with us. Us saying that we have a Black-owned business is not us saying that because we're Black, you need to buy from us. Let me enlighten you if you don't know already. There was a time that Black people tried to start businesses. They tried to have successful communities, and it was destroyed. And I don't mean metaphorically. I mean literally. It was destroyed. People were unalived. Things, buildings, all of that were physically destroyed. We were and still are oppressed. So anytime I see a Black-owned business, I live for it. An accomplishment when anybody starts a business, but I love seeing people in my community thrive beyond the oppression that we face. And in the comments, somebody said, oh, if we were to start saying white-owned businesses, people would have a problem. I would not care. I genuinely would not care. That does not stop me in any way. It doesn't prevent me from doing anything. We already know that there are a lot of huge corporations that are white-owned. We do not care. I see other groups of people who do label their businesses depending on their ethnicity, their race, their gender, and that does not bother me one bit. If anything, I feel like it's grounds of connecting with people. So for example, even with Lolo is Haitian, so her business is also Haitian owned. Me being from America, that does not bother me. Her business being labeled as Haitian owned does not affect me one bit. And to conclude this, if you are the owner of a Black owned business, please make yourself known below. Or if there's a Black owned business that you really love, please tag them down below.
Now, if you don't support a Black owned business, you're racist, you're anti-Black, different things like that.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like unless you have said something racist about a Black owned business, nobody's going to call you racist for just simply not supporting them. The girl that you stitched, specifically, sells bonnets. You don't look like the type of person that needs a bonnet. Don't buy a bonnet. That's fine. So live your life. Go on with your day. I feel like you probably consume a lot of right-wing ideology. That's not a bad thing in itself. I do too, just to see multiple sides of the same story. But you're getting really defensive about something that I don't think anybody has ever said to you. Like, this seems like something that Tucker Carlson would say. Now, if you've gone on a little tangent and you're like, why does businesses that are Black owned have to say they're Black owned? I mean, yeah, if you're being rude about it, yeah, shit, I'd call you racist too. Because there's a difference between genuinely wanting to learn and going on the offensive, trying to make it an issue because you don't understand it. Continuing on, though.
Normally, I don't check the skin color of a business owner before I buy from them because I don't honestly care what they look like. I care about what their product is and how good their product is.
I agree that we shouldn't check the skin color of every single business owner before we buy their product. But this also does kind of get dangerous whenever you are like just buying things without knowing at all who you're buying them from. For example, the owner, the creator of Victoria's Secret and Bath & Body Works, because they're sister companies, is a straight man. A straight man that profits off of women's insecurities and also has ties to Jeffrey Epstein. I feel like if people knew what was going on behind the scenes of Victoria's Secret, they wouldn't be as popular as they are. And that can kind of cause shitty people to have power. And then I want to end on just explaining, in case you are genuinely curious, why especially Black people, but other minorities like queer people, women, might put their titles in front of their businesses. Black businesses specifically have been targeted and held down for all throughout history. So it's good to see them shine. And a lot of women and queer people do that to show that they are a safe space.
That owns the business. Like, I hate this.
She big mad. It's just lack of understanding. And maybe I can help you understand just by giving you some examples. Let's go back to 2013. Me living in Connecticut, start my business. Decided to do pop-up shops. Was so excited. Get to the pop-up shop, set up, go to my car to have some coffee. A little old white lady looking around my table. So I'm like, okay, I got a customer. She don't see me sitting in the car though, so she don't know who table it is yet. So I let her do what she do. Then I walk up like, you find everything you was looking for, ma'am? She looked me in my eyes, dropped everything she had in her hand on the table, and said to me, what is your kind doing out here? Being from the South, we was taught to respect our elders. So I ain't gonna cuss that bitch out the way I wanted to. And because I didn't, I feel like it made me so angry inside that I started crying and packing my shit up to leave because I felt like I didn't supposed to be there. And I let her win that day because I did pack up and leave. I was so hurt. That's not the only time something like that had happened to me over my years of doing pop-up shops. The stories could go on and on. So then I was wondering like, damn, is it really the color of my skin that's the reason why my shit not selling? So I decided to get my white girl the next weekend. Like, girl, I need you to come up here to Foxwoods. You know, that's one of the largest casinos in the United States for my pop-up show. It's a 3-day event. And I wanted to test my idea that white people could sell your stuff better than you can just because of the color of their skin. First day, I made about $600-$700. But don't forget, it was thousands on thousands and thousands of people at this event. Second day, my white girl got up there and she was the face of the business. And when I tell you, sis sold out every last one of my tutus in less than 5 hours. And they were starting at $50 a piece. Where the day before, one little white couple and their child literally cried for the tutu and the parents wouldn't buy it for her. The very next day, the same couple came back in and they bought the tutu from the white girl. The exact same one that the little girl cried for the day before. So you tell me, even though we're in 2023, this is why black people have to do things like follow trends, support black businesses. We're not even going to speak on how TikTok freaking just shadow bans our content, and we surely not seen like everybody else on this platform until we blew the shit out the water with the black girl follow train. Not that we get credit for the things that we do, and because we just really that great and should be able to go viral and things like that, literally the color of our skin stops us from it. So to any white person that feels some type of way, you can't even understand. And we don't expect you to, but just respect us and the things that we try to do to help ourselves grow and to become wealthy and have generational wealth for our children too, because we don't never get the spoon in our mouth.
Okay, now that we've heard everything everyone had to say, when it comes to what I think, first of all, when I see black-owned businesses, hashtag black-owned businesses, when I see that tag on a business, I never read that tag having it in mind that it's directed at other people who are not black. I feel like we are telling our fellow black people that this business is owned by one of us, right? I don't think the underlying message of using the hashtag black-owned business is to kind of tell other people, if you don't support us, you're racist, which that Puerto Rican girl said in her clip. I think the underlying message of why someone would use the hashtag black-owned business is to basically let other people in our community, to let our people know that this business is owned by one of us. Support us. Let's keep the money in the community. Support your sister, support your brother, help my business grow, right? So for someone who's not a member of the black community to see it and interpret it as, in quotes, an indirect attack, being that if you don't support this black-owned business, you're a ray to the sis, I think that is her interpreting it the way she wants to interpret it, not how it was intended by the black-owned business owners who use that hashtag. Then secondly, I don't understand why it is surprising to someone who is Puerto Rican, who is a member of another minority group in America, to be surprised about the importance of you trying to seek the support of your community in building your business, or the patronage of people who look like you when it comes to the growth of your business. I feel like as a Puerto Rican, you should understand the importance of trying to get patronage from your community, trying to keep that money within the black community. So it's surprising to me that she wouldn't understand that. Then, speaking from my own perspective, I understand what the Puerto Rican girl meant when she said, if the business is not good, if the product is not good, if the service is not good, regardless of if you're a black person, I very likely would not patronize you. I definitely want to get the best out of my money, so I'm not going to patronize you based off of sentiment alone. I'm definitely going to ensure that the brand is good and worth every penny before I spend on it and support it, right? So that aside, Now, I'm not even going to lie, I give special preference to black owned brands. Speaking from my perspective as a makeup artist, I know some black owned brands that I love to patronize. I know black owned brands that even when I need to get a product, I go first of all to their website to check. It's when they don't have that product or the particular specification that I need that I look out to patronize other brands. And this black owned brand that is my number one preference that I go to, I know that this is a brand that it is good, that I swear by. So yes, I'm not doing it just based off of sentiment because it's a black owned brand, but once I find a black owned brand that meets my standard and gives me what I want, I will stick to them and patronize them 100 times over before I patronize a brand that is not a black owned brand. And no, nobody should come and tell me how it is rate to desist. It is not, because we definitely know that black owned brands have it a little harder. A lot of these big brands that have already made a name for themselves, that have a large client base, are not black owned brands. So I don't even think they will miss me not patronizing them, right? So I'd rather help a black owned brand to grow and do better and know that I'm keeping the money within the community before I take it out. No black person should feel guilty for having to support black owned businesses, and no black owned business owner should feel guilty for having to put the tag black owned business, because you wear it as a pride. The fact that you're able to make something out of yourself, to put food on your table, you're putting your sweat and your blood into that, and you want to put yourself out there in such a way that people know that you're a member of the black community and you would appreciate their support and patronage, is not something to feel guilty about. Right? So yeah, anyway, you guys, let me know what you think about this whole situation. Are you the kind of person that, you know, when you go shopping, you search for black owned brands, or you don't really care? Do you just buy anything, or do you give special preference to black owned brands? You guys, let me know what you think in the comment section. And if you're a black person who owns a business or who runs a business, do you usually push your business as a black owned business? Do you use the tag? Do you take advantage of that? Let us know in the comment section. I can't wait to read your comments. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.